Welcome back to Studio 90. We are now joined live by U.S. international midfielder Stuart Holden. Stuart, you had a good start to the Premier League campaign, starting all 6 games for Bolton. When you first got there last year, it took a while for you to get adjusted, and then you had the injury. What's been the biggest difference to the start of the season for you this year?
I think just having come in after the World Cup, I didn't really lose much fitness over the summer, and then coming in and doing a preseason with the team and being with the team for 3 or 4 weeks before the season started, and really playing some games and showing the manager that I deserve to be in the lineup on opening day. And since then, the team's had a pretty good start to the season, and we've played some top teams and got some good results. And I think we're pretty happy where we are heading into the next 3 games.
It's been a pretty even start to the Premiership campaign for Bolton, 1 win, 1 loss, and 4 draws. Stuart, is the team happy with the results 6 games into the season?
I think the last 3 games, if you told us beforehand, we would have had 2 draws and a loss against Arsenal, Villa, and Man U. I think we might have taken that. The disappointing ones are the draws against Birmingham and Fulham at home. I think knowing that we were the better team on both those days and came away with a draw. We just need to finish off games a little better. I think against Man U was another game we could have won. We're up 2-1 with 20 minutes to go, and give away a soft free kick, and then obviously some bad marking on the free kick, and then score a goal. So just little things like that, and closing out games and taking chances that at this level you don't get punished for. So other than that, I think we're not panicking, and we're happy where we are. And we have 3 games now against Stoke, West Brom, and Wigan. So hopefully we can pick up some good points there.
You're playing centrally for Bolton, much like you did with the Houston Dynamo, but it seems like you've got some different responsibilities. How are you adjusting to the role?
I think I've fit into the role pretty well. It's a little different from the one I was playing with Houston the last 4 years. Houston, I was more so of an attacking midfielder, whereas with Bolton, I'm playing alongside Fabrice Mwamba and expected to do a lot of defending. And at the same time, I've got to get in the box and join the attack. Still the elusive first goal, but I think I'm getting chances every game and playing pretty well in the middle, and hopefully can continue that form throughout the course of the season.
You made the jump to England last year, and it's starting to pay off for you. How important is it at this stage of your career to be playing against quality competition week in and week out like you are in the English Premier League?
Yeah, it's hugely important, and it was important 6 months ago when I made the decision to come to the Premier League, come on trial with Bolton, and especially with the World Cup, coming so shortly after that, it was always a gamble whether I was going to get into the team or not. And obviously, looking back on it now, it looks like the right decision, and I'm comfortable here in my surroundings, and I'm playing games week in, week out, and that's only going to help me grow as a player. And so it's important, obviously, at 25 that I continue to get quality minutes and keep pushing myself onwards, and really see how far I can take it.
Switching gears to the national team, as you know, head coach Bob Bradley extended for 4 more years. How important is it for the players to have that type of continuity and knowing what the expectations are from Bob going into the next 4-year cycle?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a positive going forward, is that the familiarity that we have with the coaching staff and that Bob has with the players and the pool. And I think he did a great job of identifying players going forward to the World Cup, and players like myself didn't get a chance until last year leading up to the World Cup, and in that year I made 15 caps and made the World Cup team. So obviously I'm grateful for the opportunity he gave me and showing faith in younger players, and I think that's going to be important going forward.
The team has 2 games coming up here in Chicago against Poland and then against Colombia and Philadelphia. Where will these 2 matches fit into the process of building the team for the next cycle?
I think it's just good to get the group back together. Obviously after the World Cup there was the Brazil game, but that was kind of rushed and some guys weren't able to make it. And I think obviously now with these being the first friendlies, we'll be able to start building a little more and obviously get in and have some meetings with the coaching staff and lay the groundwork a little bit more for the next 4 years and what Bob's looking to do and how we're looking to take this team forward, because I think we have a lot of talent in the U.S. and a lot of players now that are playing overseas, and if we can continue to develop that and more players are playing week in, week out at a high level, it's only going to help U.S. soccer as a whole.
You made your debut with the national team back in 2009 during the Gold Cup, and you had some success here in Chicago. Are you looking forward to getting back to Soldier Field?
Yeah, playing in the Gold Cup semifinal in front of a big crowd against Honduras, that was a great atmosphere and a good win for us. But setting us up for the final against Mexico. And obviously I had a pretty good game in that one and had 2 assists, but it'll be a different game this time around against Poland, which will be an A-team friendly, and we'll have a strong team out, as will they, and I'll be really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that a big crowd turn up, and they can really get behind the U.S. and I'm really looking forward to playing in the red, white, and blue again.
Stuart, we have a few questions for you from our fans from Twitter and Facebook. With EA Sports FIFA 11 coming out yesterday, Coach Cody88 wants to know, who's the best player on the men's national team?
Yeah, there's actually a bit of trash talking going on Twitter at the moment between Maurice, Charlie, myself, Josie. I think we're going to have an online tournament and try and sort out who's the best. I think the number 1 seed might have to be Charlie Davies, though, because he's proven to be a consistent winner, but I've been practicing my game over here against my brother, who's would probably be the number 1 seed if he was included, and hopefully I can make a good run.
Lightbulb41 wants to know, on behalf of all the ladies in the world, Stuart, how come you don't wear your kilt more often?
Because it's too cold over here. Can't wear a kilt very often. I have some cool pictures I actually might post on Twitter of me in a kilt, and my mom hosts the St. Andrew's Ball every year, so and I plan on getting married in a kilt as well.
Our last question comes from Facebook, and they want to know, what was it like for you playing against Manchester United, the team that you supported growing up as a kid?
Yeah, it was pretty cool going down the line and shaking hands with Giggs and Scholes and Rooney and some players that obviously I've supported and followed since I was a little kid. But it's once that whistle blows, it's just like any other game, and obviously you're playing against some world-class players and players that have got so many years of experience under their belt, and for me it was good to challenge myself against the best, and obviously we came away with a pretty good result.
Stuart, thanks for taking the time to join us, and good luck this weekend against West Brom.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
You can watch Stuart and the rest of the U.S. men's national team as they take on Poland on October 9th from Chicago's Soldier Field. Kickoff is 7 p.m. Central Time, and the match will be broadcast live on Fox Soccer Channel and Galavision. 3 days later, the team takes on Colombia at PPL Park in Chester, Pennsylvania. You can follow all the action live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2 and Galavision.